SSI or SSDI, this is important. There is a February 25th administrative verification deadline that some beneficiaries are now seeing inside their My Social Security accounts, in mailed notices, and in payment processing alerts. Missing this step does not mean you lose your benefits permanently, but it can temporarily stop your next payment until your information is confirmed. And for millions of retirees living on a fixed income, even one delayed deposit can create real stress. Over the past several months, the Social Security Administration has been tightening account security procedures after a noticeable rise in identity theft claims tied to benefit payments. According to recent SSA reporting, thousands of direct deposit change requests in late 2025 were flagged for additional review after fraud attempts targeted seniors' accounts. In response, the agency expanded verification checks for certain beneficiaries whose records show recent changes or require routine confirmation. That's where this February 25 date comes in. For most people watching, nothing will change. Your payment will arrive exactly as it always does. But for some recipients, especially those who updated banking details, moved to a new address, or created a new online Social Security account in the past year, the system may require a simple confirmation step to keep payments flowing without interruption. Now let me say something clearly right away. This is not a benefit cut. This is not Congress reducing Social Security. This is not the program running out of money. This is a record verification step designed to protect payments from being redirected or accessed by someone else. The benefit itself remains intact. Before we go further, if you rely on Social Security updates like this to stay informed without panic or rumors, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. This channel focuses on clear, steady explanations of federal benefits, payment schedules, and policy changes that affect seniors across the United States. Here's why this matters right now. Social Security payments move through multiple verification systems before reaching your bank account. When information like your mailing address, direct deposit routing number, Medicare premium deduction, or income reporting status changes, the system sometimes pauses to confirm everything matches federal records. Most of the time, this happens automatically, and beneficiaries never notice. But when confirmation is required directly from the recipient, the SSA sends a notice. Some viewers have already reported receiving letters marked as Records Confirmation Reminder or seeing alerts when logging into their My Social Security accounts. These notices typically instruct beneficiaries to review personal details, confirm direct deposit information, or verify identity through the SSA website or by phone. Think of it like your bank occasionally asking you to confirm a transaction. The money is still yours, but the system wants to make sure everything is correct before releasing it. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a retiree in Ohio who switched banks in December to take advantage of a new checking account with lower fees. The direct deposit update goes through, but the system flags the change because fraud cases often involve deposit redirection. The SSA may request confirmation that the change was legitimate. If the confirmation happens quickly, payments continue normally. If not, the next payment could pause until verification is completed. Another example involves address changes. When beneficiaries move, especially across states, records connected to Medicare billing, SSI eligibility factors, or tax withholding preferences may need to be rechecked. Again, this does not cancel benefits. It simply ensures payments go to the right person at the right place. The SSA has been emphasizing prevention instead of correction. Fixing fraud after money disappears is much harder than confirming information before a payment goes out. That shift in approach is why some beneficiaries are seeing more verification requests than in previous years. And timing matters. Late February is a key processing window because March payments begin entering the federal payment pipeline shortly afterward. Completing any requested verification before February 25 helps ensure there are no interruptions when the next payment cycle begins. If you have not received any notice, email, letter, or account alert, you generally do not need to take action. Your benefits should continue as scheduled, but understanding what these notices mean can prevent confusion if one arrives. There's also another reason awareness is important. Unfortunately, scammers often take advantage of moments like this. Whenever administrative deadlines are discussed publicly, fraudulent callers pretend to be from Social Security and ask for bank information or payment fees. The real Social Security Administration will never charge you to verify your benefits, and they will not threaten to cancel payments immediately over the phone. The safest way to check your status is directly through your My Social Security account at ssa.gov or by calling the official SSA number listed on the website. Avoid clicking links in unexpected emails or sharing personal information with unknown callers. Right now, the key message is simple. Payments are not being reduced, benefits are not disappearing, but for a specific group of beneficiaries whose records need confirmation, acting before February 25 can prevent a temporary payment delay. The next question many people are asking is simple. Who actually needs to act before February 25 and who does not? The truth is, most Social Security recipients will not need to do anything at all. If your banking information has not changed, your address is the same, and your benefits have been arriving normally, the system usually continues without interruption. But certain groups of beneficiaries are more likely to receive verification requests because their records have recently changed or require periodic review under federal rules. One of the most common situations involves direct deposit updates. If you changed banks in late 2025 or early 2026, the Social Security Administration may require confirmation that the new account belongs to you. This is one of the strongest fraud prevention measures currently in place because criminals often try to redirect benefit payments by submitting false bank change requests. For example, imagine Robert, a 72-year-old retiree in Arizona, who switched to a credit union account in January. The change goes through, but the SSA system temporarily flags it for confirmation. Robert receives a notice asking him to log into his My Social Security account and confirm the last 4 digits of his new account number. Once he does that, the hold is removed automatically and payments continue normally. Another group that may see verification requests includes beneficiaries who recently moved. Address changes may sound simple, but they can affect multiple parts of federal benefit systems, including Medicare billing regions, state-level assistance eligibility, and tax reporting records. Even moving within the same state can sometimes trigger a short confirmation step. SSI recipients may also see notices during this period. Supplemental security income requires periodic financial reviews to confirm income, living arrangements, and resource limits. These reviews are routine and happen every year across different groups of recipients. February happens to be part of one of those review cycles. Let's say Maria, an SSI recipient in Texas, recently started receiving small financial help from a family member to cover groceries. During a routine eligibility review, SSA may ask her to confirm that information so her SSI payment calculation remains accurate. This doesn't mean she's losing benefits, it just ensures payments match her situation. SSDI recipients can also be included, especially those scheduled for continuing disability reviews. These reviews happen periodically to confirm eligibility status. Most of the time they are paperwork-based and straightforward, but if documentation is missing, payments can pause until forms are returned. New beneficiaries approved in 2024 or 2025 are another group more likely to see account confirmation requests. When someone first begins receiving benefits, the SSA system sometimes runs additional verification checks during the first year to ensure payment records remain accurate. Medicare premium deductions can also trigger account notices. If your Part B premium amount changed at the start of the year, or if you recently enrolled in a different Medicare plan, the system may briefly verify deduction amounts before processing payments. Again, this is administrative. The important thing to understand is how payment data benefits are not immediately when it is required. Instead, the system places a temporary hold on a payment until the information is confirmed. Once verification is complete, payment a missed amount is typically issued as back pay. Think of it as a pause button, not a stop. Here's a realistic scenario that helps explain it. Florida changes banks after a local branch closes. The SSA system detects the date and sends a confirmation notice. If the retiree overlooks the letter and does nothing, the March payment might be delayed. But as soon as the beneficiary confirms the banking information, they include any delayed amount. Let's talk about how to check status safely and quickly. The fastest way is through My Security online. Logged in, look for any alerts, messages, or requests to earn personal information. If there are notifications, it's usually a sign. If you prefer the phone, you can call the Social Security Administration directly using the official number listed on SSA.gov. Representatives confirm they require verification. Some people still prefer visiting a local Social Security office, especially seniors who are more comfortable handling paper. That option remains available, though wait times can vary depending on location. It's important to recognize what a legitimate Social Security notice looks like. Real SSA letters typically include your name, partial Social Security number, and instructions directing you to ssa.gov. They do not demand payment, threaten arrest, or ask for banking details or phone. Scammers often create urgency by saying benefits will disappear immediately. That's not how the SSA works. Even when verification is required, there is usually time to respond to the issue before affected. By understanding who is most likely to receive these notices, people who changed banks, receive SSI reviews, undergo SSDI eligibility checks, or recently started benefits, you can better judge whether this February 25th reminder applies to you. And even if it does, the process is usually simple and complete. You may need to act how verification works. Let's talk about the payment timeline itself, when February and Social Security checks are scheduled to arrive, how the latest COLA adjustment is affecting monthly deposits, and what additional federal and state assistance programs seniors may be able to access right now. Now let's talk about the payment timeline itself, because understanding when money is scheduled to arrive can remove a lot of anxiety. Social Security retirement benefits still follow the standard monthly schedule based on your birth date. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment typically arrives on the second Wednesday. Birthdays between the 11th and 20th are paid on the 3rd Wednesday, and birthdays between the 21st and 31st are paid on the 4th Wednesday. For beneficiaries who began receiving Social Security before May 1997, payments usually arrive on the 3rd of each month. SSI payments follow a different schedule. Supplemental security income is normally deposited on the first day of the month, unless that day falls on a weekend or federal holiday, in which case the payment arrives on the previous business day. That timing difference can sometimes cause confusion when calendars shift, but the total amount paid across the year remains the same. This year's cost of living adjustment is already reflected in monthly checks. The 2026 COLA increase added roughly 3% to average retirement benefits. For many retirees, that translated to an increase of about $50 to $60 per month, depending on their original benefit level. Someone receiving around $1,800 monthly in retirement benefits might now see a payment closer to $1,850. SSI federal payment levels also adjusted with the COLA. The maximum federal SSI benefit for an individual increased slightly, helping offset rising costs for essentials like groceries, utilities, and prescription medications. While the increase is modest, it is designed to help benefits maintain purchasing power as inflation continues to affect everyday expenses. Medicare premium adjustments are another factor seniors notice early in the year. When Part B premiums change, the amount deducted from Social Security checks can shift slightly, which sometimes makes the net payment look different even when the benefit itself increased. This is one reason some beneficiaries log into their accounts in February and March to double-check their payment breakdown. Beyond federal benefits, state-level programs are also playing an important role in supporting seniors. Property tax relief programs in states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New York continue providing rebates to eligible retirees. Several states expanded utility assistance credits this winter after energy prices rose during colder months. SNAP benefit adjustments in certain regions have also provided small increases for seniors with limited income. These programs don't always get the same attention as Social Security, but together they can make a meaningful difference in monthly budgets. Many seniors qualify without realizing it, especially those living on fixed retirement income. There has also been ongoing discussion in Washington about additional support proposals for retirees, including ideas for targeted stimulus payments or expanded tax credits for older Americans. As of now, no new federal stimulus checks have been approved. Proposals continue to circulate around cost of living pressures facing seniors. It's important to separate confirmed trends from policy discussions so expectations may be. With all of this in mind, budgeting remains one of the strongest tools retirees have. Even small adjustments can make monthly income feel more stable. Some seniors divide their Social Security payment into weekly spending amounts to avoid the next deposit. Others prioritize fixed expenses like housing, utilities, and medications immediately after payment, then plan remaining funds for groceries and transportation. Another helpful strategy is maintaining a small emergency buffer when possible. Even setting aside $10 or $20 per month can create a cushion that helps absorb unexpected costs, like car repairs. The goal isn't perfection, it's stability. Let's talk about what happens if something goes wrong with a payment, because that's where many fears come from. If a Social Security payment is delayed due to verification or administrative review, the first step is checking your My Social Security account notifications. Most payment holds are explained there. If the issue involves identity confirmation, direct deposit verification, or missing paperwork, the instructions will usually clearly. If you don't see an explanation line, contacting the Social Security Administration directly is the next step. Representatives can confirm whether a payment is processing, delayed, or requires additional information. In many cases, these can be resolved during a single phone call. Local Social Security offices are also available for in-person help. Many seniors still prefer this option, especially when bringing documents like identification, bank statements, or eligibility forms. While appointments may require some waiting, face-to-face provide reassurance. One of the important things to remember is that holds are usually temporary. When benefits are delayed due to verification, the money is not lost. Once the issue is solved, back payments are typically issued for the missed deposit. Federal law protects beneficiaries from payments due to administrative review when eligibility remains valid. Appeal rights also exist. If the beneficiary believes a decision was made correctly, they can request reconsideration through the appeals process. Many cases are resolved simply by providing updated documentation. So if you hear the phrase final notice, it doesn't mean Social Security. It usually means the system is waiting for confirmation to keep payment moving. That brings us back to the core message today. Acting before February 25, if you receive a verification request, helps prevent unnecessary delays. For everyone else, payments should continue normally, including COLA-adjusted deposits and scheduled SSI payments. Social Security remains one of the most stable federal programs supporting retirees in the United States. Administrative updates, identity protection measures, and periodic eligibility reviews are part of keeping the system secure for the millions of Americans who depend on it every month. If you're watching this and everything with your benefits looks normal, that's good. If you've received a notice asking you to confirm information, taking a few minutes to respond can protect your next payment. And if you're unsure, checking directly with the Social Security Administration is always the safest step. Many viewers find it helpful to share their experiences so others know what to expect. If you're comfortable, you can comment with your state or city and whether you've seen any Social Security notices recently. Your experience may help someone else feel less uncertain. Financial security in retirement isn't just about the size of a monthly check. It's about understanding how the system works, knowing what actions matter, and staying calm when administrative updates appear. Your benefits are still there. Your payments are still scheduled. And with the right information, you remain in control. Stay informed, stay careful with your personal information, and take care of yourself. If you receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, this is important. There is a February 25th administrative verification deadline that some beneficiaries are now seeing inside their My Social Security accounts, in mailed notices, and in payment processing alerts. Missing this step does not mean you lose your benefits permanently, but it can temporarily stop your next payment until your information is confirmed. And for millions of retirees living on a fixed income, even one delayed deposit can create real stress. Over the past several months, the Social Security Administration has been tightening account security procedures after a noticeable rise in identity theft claims tied to benefit payments. According to recent SSA reporting, thousands of direct deposit change requests in late 2025 were flagged for additional review after fraud attempts targeted seniors' accounts. In response, the agency expanded verification checks for certain beneficiaries whose records show recent changes or require routine confirmation. That's where this February 25 date comes in. For most people watching, nothing will change. Your payment will arrive exactly as it always does. But for some recipients, especially those who updated banking details, moved to a new address, or created a new online Social Security account in the past year, the system may require a simple confirmation step to keep payments flowing without interruption. Now let me say something clearly right away. This is not a benefit cut. This is not Congress reducing Social Security. This is not the program running out of money. This is a record verification step designed to protect payments from being redirected or accessed by someone else. The benefit itself remains intact. Before we go further, if you rely on Social Security updates like this to stay informed without panic or rumours, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. This channel focuses on clear, steady explanations of federal benefits, payment schedules, and policy changes that affect seniors across the United States. Here's why this matters right now. Social Security payments move through multiple verification systems before reaching your bank account. When information like your mailing address, direct deposit routing number, Medicare premium deduction, or income reporting status changes, the system sometimes pauses to confirm everything matches federal records. Most of the time, this happens automatically, and beneficiaries never notice. But when confirmation is required directly from the recipient, the SSA sends notice. Receiving letters marked as records confirmation reminder, or seeing alerts when logging into their My Social Security accounts. These notices typically instruct beneficiaries to review personal details, confirm admission, verify identity through the SSA website or by phone. Think of it your bank transaction. The money is yours, but the system wants to make sure it's correct before releasing it. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a retiree in Ohio who switched in December to take advantage of a new checking account with lower fees. The direct deposit rate goes through, but system flags the change because fraud cases often involve deposit redirection. The SA may request confirmation that the change was legitimate. If confirmation payments continue normally. If not, the next payment could pause until verification is completed. Another example is address changes. When beneficiaries move, especially related to medical, accessibility factors, or tax withholding preferences, may need to be rechecked. Again, this doesn't have benefits. It simply ensures payments go to the right place. The SA has been an invention. Fixing fraud after money disappears is much harder than getting information out. That shift in approach is why some beneficiaries are seeing more verification requests than in previous, and timing matters. Late February is a key processing payments begin entering the federal payment pipeline shortly after. Completing any requested verification before 45 to ensure there are no interruptions when the payment cycle begins. If you've not received any notice, email, or alert, you generally do not need to take action. Your benefits should continue as scheduled. But understanding what these notices mean can prevent confusion if one arises. Also, another awareness is important. Fortunately, scammers often take advantage of moments like this. Whenever administrative lines are discussed, fraudulent will tend to be from Social Security and ask bank information or payments. The real Social Security Administration will charge you to verify your benefits and will not threaten to cancel payments immediately over the phone. The safest way to check your status is through your My Social account at SSA or calling the official number on the website. Avoid clicking links in unexpected emails or sharing personal information with known callers. Right now, the is simple. Payments are not due, benefits are clearing, but for a specific group of beneficiaries confirmation, acting before February 25 can prevent a temporary payment delay. The question many people are asking is simple. Who actually needs to act before February 25? Who does not? The truth is, most Social Security recipients do not need to do anything at all. If your bank information has not changed, it is the same, and the system usually continues without. Group beneficiaries are more likely to receive verification requests because they will require periodic review under federal rules. One of the most common situations involves direct deposit updates. If you change in late 2026, the Social Security may by confirmation that the account to you. This is the strongest fraud prevention currently in place. Criminals redirect by submitting bank change requests. For example, 72-year-old in Arizona switched to an account in January. The change goes through. The SA system temporarily flags it. Receives a notice after log into a Social Security account and confirm last for new. Once he does, the hold is removed automatically and payments can receive verification requests. Gives beneficiaries who recently moved. Advantage is simple, but they affect parts of benefit systems, including Medicare billing regions, state-level assistance eligibility, and tax reporting records, moving within the same confirmation step. SI may also use the period. Some security requires values to confirm income limits. These are routine and every across of recipients. For one of those review cycles, let's say a recipient in Texas recently started receiving small financial help family members. During a routine eligibility review, SA may ask her to confirm her payment calculation is accurate. This doesn't mean she's losing benefits. It just ensures payment match a situation. SSDI recipients can also be included, especially those for continuing disability reviews. These reviews to confirm eligibility. Most of the paperwork based on but information is missing. Payment and forms are returned. Entries in 2024 or 2025 are in see account confirmation requests. When someone first begins, sometimes runs additional verifications during the first year to ensure payment records remain accurate. Medicare premium deductions also account notices. If your Part B premium amount changes, or you recently enrolled in a different Medicare plan, the system may briefly verify deduction amounts before processing payments. Again, this is administrative punitive. The important is how delays happen, and if it's not cancelled immediately when verification is required. Instead, it stays a temporary payment and information is found. Verification is complete. Payment any missed amount is typically issued as value. Think of it. Here's a realistic scenario that helps explain it. A retiree changes banks after local branch closes. The SSA system detects the update and sends confirmation notice. If the retiree overlooks the letter and does nothing, much payment might be delayed. But as soon as the beneficiary has the information, the payment is including any delay amount. Let's talk about how to check your status safely and quickly. This was through your My Social Security account online. Once logged in, for any alerts, messages, requests, confirmation. If there are no notifications, that's usually a sign everything's fine. If you prefer the phone, you can call the Social Security Administration directly using the number listed on SA. Representatives firm the board requires some prefer visiting a local office, especially since it will handle in person. That option remains available, though times can vary depending on. It's also to recognise what a legitimate social security looks like. Real SSA letters typically include your name, partial social security number, and instructions directing you to SA. Do not demand payment, threaten arrest, or ask full payment over the phone. Some people are saying benefits will disappear immediately. That's not how this works. Even when required, there is usually time to respond and resolve the issue before payments are affected. By answering likely to receive notices, people who change banks, moved addresses, receive reviews, undergo SSDI, whether this February 25th reminder applies to you. And even if it does, the process is usually simple and complete. And you may need to add verification works. Let's talk about the payment line itself and very much social checks scheduled drive, at least COLA adjustment monthly, and additional federal and state assistance programs seniors to access right now. Because sending money still arrive. Social Security retirement benefits still follow the standard monthly based on your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Payment typically arrives on second Wednesday. Birthdays between the 11th and 20th are paid on the third Wednesday, and birthdays between 21st and 30th are paid on the fourth Wednesday. Using Social Security for 2019 usually arrive on the 3rd of each month. Supplemental security income is normally on the first day of the month, unless that day falls weekend or federal day, in which case the previous business day. Timing difference sometimes cause confusion when understood. The total amount remains the same. This year's limits will be affected in monthly checks. The 2020 increase added average benefits. Many retirees that translate to an increase of per month in their original benefit. Someone receiving under $1,800 monthly benefits now see a payment closer to $150. Payment levels also adjusted with the COLA. Maximum federal benefit individual increase slightly, at rising costs for essentials, utilities, and prescription medications. What increase is designed to help benefits maintain pricing power as the patient continues to be expensive. Medicare premium adjustments are another factor seniors notice in the year. When Part B premiums change, the amount of security checks makes the payment different even when the benefit increased. This is one reason some beneficiaries log into their accounts in February and March to check their break beyond federal benefits. State programs are also playing an important role in supporting seniors. Pre-tax relief programs in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New York continue to rate eligible retirees. Utilities credits this during cold months. Some governments in settings have also provided small increase to seniors with limited income. These programs don't always get the same mention as security, but together they can make a meaningful difference in monthly budget. Many seniors qualify by realizing it, especially with living at retirement. There's been an discussion in Washington about additional support proposals for retirees, including stimulus payments or tax credits older Americans. Now, no new federal stimulus checks have been approved, but proposals continue to circulate in Congress, particularly around cost of living pressures for seniors. It's important to confirm payments policy discussions so expectations remain realistic. With mind, budget remains one retirees have. Even small adjustments can make money income stable. Some seniors divide their social security into spending amounts to avoid an exit. Others prioritize fixed expenses like housing, utilities, and medications in the aftermath. Then plan remaining funds for grades and education. Another strategy is maintaining a small emergency buffer when possible. Setting aside $10 to $20 per month that helps absorb unexpected costs like repairs and co-pays. The goal is stability. Unless what happens, something goes wrong with payment. Social Security payment is delayed notification or administrative review. First step, checking your social security account for notifications. Most payment holds explain there. If the involved information, direct deposit verification, or missing paperwork, instructions will be listed clearly. If you don't explain one, contacting the Social Security Administration directly is a representative on whether a payment is processing, late, or requires information. In many cases, it will be resolved during a single phone call. Local Social Security offices are available for help. Many seniors still prefer this option, especially when document application, bank statements, mobility forms. Appointments require some waiting, face-to-face assistance, and assurance. One of the most important things to remember is that are usually three. Benefits are late due verification. The money is not lost. Once the issue is resolved, back payments are typically issued the customer's deposit. Federal law protects beneficiaries from penalties due to administrative review. The rights also exist. If beneficiary ever believes it was made incorrectly, then request consideration through the SA appeals process. Cases are resolved by providing updated information. If you hear a notice, it doesn't mean your social security ending. It usually means waiting for confirmation to keep payments. That brings back the core message today. And 45, if you receive a request, helps prevent unnecessary else payments should continually, including code and settled SSI payments. Social Security remains one of the most stable federal programs supporting retirees in the United States. Identity measures and reviews are part of keeping system for the millions of Americans who tend to month. If and everything benefits looks normal, that's good news. To notice, asking you to confirm information, taking minutes to compare on next. If you're unsure, checking the Social Security Administration is always a safe step. Anyone has their experiences, so others know what to expect. If you're comfortable, comment with your state when they so consistently. Your experience may help less uncertain. Financial security isn't just about the size of the check, it's about how the system works, knowing what actions matter and income when administered. Your bet is still there. Your payment is still scheduled. You remain in control. Stay informed, careful with your personal information, and take care of yourself. If you receive Social Security or SSDI, this is important. There is an administrative verification deadline that's now seeing inside Social Security accounts, in mailed notice and processing alerts. But it can temporarily stop your next payment until your information is confirmed. Millions of living fixed income, even while deposits create real stress. Over the past several months, the Social Security Administration has been tightening up procedures after a notable rise in anti-theft claims and payments. According to recent SA reporting, thousands of direct deposits in late 2025 were flagged for review after fraud attempts targeted senior accounts. In response, it expanded application checks for certain beneficiaries whose rules show changes or require routine information. That's why this nothing will change. You'll be exactly as it always does. But recipients, especially those who are updating details, move to a new address or get an online security account in the past. The system may require full confirmation to keep payments without interruption. Let's say something right away. It's not a cut. It's not rescue social. This is not the program of money. It's a verification step designed to protect payments from relative or access to someone else. The benefit is intact. Before you go further, you rely on security to stay informed without pack or payments. This shows a steady as federal benefits and states. Here's what right now. Security has moved through multiple operations before reading your account. When finding a direct deposit routing number, taking deduction, number of exchanges. Sometimes pause everything as records, and this automatically and the theory is when confirmation is required to receipt, this is some of us receiving letters marked as records confirmation or see a link to their social security account. This is to refer details and direct deposit or verify data to the site or phone. Like bank occasionally asking to confirm action, then still yours, but the system makes sure everything before released. It's a simple one. Imagine how who's switched in December, take it to lower fees. The direct goes through. The system flags the changes for cases often involve deposit direction. The SA question that is legitimate. Confirmation quickly. Payments continue normally. The next payment could pause if regulations needed. Another example involves changes. When benefits move across states, connect billing, SI eligible factors, or tax withholding practices may be reached. Again, it's not has benefits. It simply ensures things are in the race. The SA has been emphasizing pension insurrection. Fixing fraud after needs appears is much harder than finding information or a goes out. That approach is some benefits will very less than and timing matters. February is the processing window because markets begin entering federal financial hardware. Complete requested verification before February 25. Ensure no interruptions and begins. If you receive a notice in a letter or alert, you generally do need to take action. Benefits to understanding these notices can affect your lives. This is the reason it's important. Fortunately, scams often take on like this. Whenever it finds fraudulent callers pretend to be security and ask for information fees. The Social Security Commission now asks you to verify your benefits and not cancel payment immediately over the phone. They expect us is through your Social Security account at sa.gov or calling the FSA number on the website. Avoid clinics and links to emails sharing personal information with unknown callers. Right now, the is payments are not severe, but for a specific group of beneficiaries whose calls confirmation and February 5 can prevent a temporary payment delay. The next time you ask simple, you need to act for you do not. Through this, Social Security people need doing at all. If your bank is you have the same, your benefits only, this is usually without interruption. But certain groups of fees are more likely to receive verification requests because they have recently changed or periodic review federal rules. One of the most common situations involves deposit updates. It changed in 2025 or 2026. Subscription may require a new account belongs to you. This one fraud measures currently in place because criminals often try to redirect fit payments admitting for requests. For example, a 2-year-old in Arizona who switched to account in January. Change goes through, but the SEC separates the information. Roberts is notifying him of security and confirm the last 4 bits of his new number. Because that, the hold is removed automatically. Another group of verification requests officials recently moved. Address changes may sound simple, but they have multiple parts of the systems, including medical, deceitful accessibility, and reports. Even moving in states under a short confirmation step. As recipients, financial income requires periodic financial use to confirm income payments for Muslims. These are written and have here for recipients. February, Department of Review cycles. SSA in Texas recently started being some financial help from a member to other groceries. During a routine review, SSA may ask her to confirm information so her SSA payment calculation remains accurate. This doesn't mean these benefits special things match situation. SSA recipients also being included, scheduled continuing to reviews. These reviews happen related to fundability status. By the time work is straightforward, but payment can also forms are returned. Or I would like to see how confirmation requests. When someone first begins to benefits, the system sometimes runs a verification during the first year to payment record. Medicare inductions also trigger accounts. If it be premium change at the start of the year, or recently on a different care plan, this is briefly out before processing payments. Again, administrative. The important thing to understand is how payment days actually happen. If it's unless or delayed when verification is requested, instead this is a heavy hold by payment and confirmed. Once verification is complete, resume, and the next to issue Think of it as pause button, stop. It's a realistic scenario, but helps explain it. Time to change the branch closes. The FA can take date and send confirmations. The return looks the letter thing, but might delayed. As soon as the verification, they release any delay. And let's talk about checks quickly. Fast way is the most coming. Look at last or request of personal information. If there are no changes, that's usually a sign everything's fine. If you prefer then, you call the Social Security Administration directly so you can on SS.gov. Press to confirm where your verification. Some people prefer visiting a local security office. It's easy handling working person. Action reasonable, though wait times can vary depending on the patient. It's important to recognize the Social Security dislike. Re-SSA letter being name, upload screen number, instruction noting you to SA.gov. They do not payment, arrest, or ask for full banking details. As I create a saying fits will disappear immediately. That's not how the SA works. Even when everything's quiet, usually tightened and resolve the issue before payment. Anytime we'd like to release notices, people change banks and addresses, receive SIUs, undergo SDI eligibility checks, recently started if it's vetted by this February if I remind you. And if it does, the process is simple and complete. Now that who into verification works, talk about payment itself will very much this checks can derive. I'll need to go adjustment to the context and what in all the citizens programs senior the access right now. Now let's talk about time itself because understanding makes will remove anxiety. So retirement bits still follows a monthly level based on your birth date. Your birth date falls between the 1st and the 5th of the month. Your payment arrives on the 2nd day. Birth between 11th and 23rd paid on the 3rd day. And birth between 21st and 31st paid on the 4th day. For beneficiaries who can receiving security for 19%, paid arrive on the 3rd each month. So it is so mental income is only deposited for that they all on weekend federal, which is payment by the business day. Timing during question calculated, but the total amount remains the same. This year's cost of living adjustment will be back in monthly checks. 2026 links at 3% average retirement benefits. Anybody that translated to move above 50 to $60 a month, depending on their benefit level, someone's around $100 monthly and as payment closer to $1,800. SSI will payment levels also to COLA. Looking for the benefit and increase links that costs for essential groceries, utilities, and recommendations. While the easiness does not help benefits maintain purchasing power, as inflation can affect every existence. Particular premiums are another factor seniors into the year. When partly premium change, the amount of social security tax which makes the net payment of even benefit itself increased. This is one reason some beneficiaries log into their accounts in February and March, but they break down. Federal fit, select programs also paying water and seniors. Property tax programs takes in New York, providing legal retirees. Still takes expanded utility assistance credit this winter after entry prices during cold months. Snap investments and settlements have also provided more seniors with income. These programs don't mention social security. They move from monthly budgets, making seniors qualify without it, especially with living fixed retirement income. There has been no discussion about additional support proposals by retirees, including ideas for particular payments or the tax rates of Americans. Still, no natural statistics approved. Proposals need to circulate, particularly around cost of seniors. It's important to confirm payments for policy discussions. Look at the memory link. We all in mind, budgeting means one of the strongest sources retirees have. People just make monthly feel stable. Some is to defer social security payment into weekly amounts to avoid short-term net deposit. Others prioritise expenses, housing, utilities, and living immediately after pay rise. Then plan remaining funds for groceries and transportation. Another strategy is paying someone to the You set aside 20 a month, create a cushion that helps with costs and compares on the pays. Golden question, stability. Now let's talk about some goes where it comes from. Social security payment is delayed due to verification or instead first step, taking your social security account indications. Most payment also explain even involves identity information, direct verification, on the work. Instructions will be listed. You don't see the nation line. I think social security directly is the step. Processing for the payment is everything delayed or rather than in excess. The issue can be altered during the call. Local security officers are level of personnel, many still press option, especially bring up education, sentence, while appointment pricing, access assistance and reassurance. One of the most important things to remember is payment are usually temporary. When they're delayed to verification, means loss. What's the result? Back into the plea sheet to cover the deposit. Federal law tax benefits for beneficiary payments due to benefit when it's made. You'll write also this. If beneficiary decision was made correctly, you can request reconsideration through the SA appeals process. And case resolves in writing updated documentation. So if you hear the phrase final notice, building your social security and it means the selecting confirmation documents moving the rest of the today. Active February 25 to receive verification rest to answer delays. Anyone else to continue normally with budgets and skip SSI payments. So security remain one of the state programs for retirees in the United States. Administrative updates, identity protection measures, and ability reviews are part of keeping system for the millions of Americans who depend on it every month. If you're watching this, everything your benefits looks like news. If you notice, asking to firm information, taking commitment to respond, and text payment. If you're unsure, check the Social Security Administration is the best step, and you will for sharing benefits, so as expect. If you're comfortable with ability and whether you've seen these social security recently, experience may help feel less uncertain. And as you're in retirement, it's just outside of a monthly check. It's about to understand how this works, no actions matter, and staying calm, administrative updates here. Your benefits are still there. Your payment scheduled. With the right information, you remain in control. Stay informed, stay happy, and take care of yourself. Please Social Security, SSI, or SSCI. It's important. There's a February 25 administrative verification setting. I'm choosing an inside my social security account, in notice, and using alerts. Missing this step does not mean lose benefits only, but temporarily stop paying until the phone. For millions of retirees living on fixed income, even one delay deposit could be redressed.